Hello, and once again, we are live with the Modern Mystery School UK EU podcast and YouTube channel. And today we are joined by the lovely Jeannie. Jeannie, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, and I'm excited to hear a little bit about your journey because sometimes I think people think walking a spiritual path, we kind of isolate, we're just on our own meditating in a cave or in our home all day or something,
Yeah.
But the truth of it is in the mystery school, we're all doing many different things out in the world. And I know you're a business owner, you're a mother, you're a grandmother. So I just wanted to, hear from you, why you walk a spiritual path. Has it helped with your business? Has it helped with your family and such like? It'd just be lovely to hear.
Of course. So I began a spiritual path originally just for myself. Like I needed something. I didn't understand the world and the universe, and I knew there was more. And so I needed to figure that out. I needed to find the answers. And I didn't do it at the time as a business owner or anything. I just did it for myself. But I've reaped the benefits of that. So a little bit about myself. We have a family business. It is in property management. And so, very, very grounded business. And my job is basically the bookkeeping and accounting. I'm behind a desk, and with bookkeeping and accounting, it's very like date driven, deadline driven. It doesn't really change a whole lot what I do. And I was thinking back before this podcast, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I remember it was about maybe 6 months after the Empower Thyself Initiation. And I was sitting at my desk, and it was just after lunch. And I thought, I don't have anything to do. And what I realized was with the initiation and with all of the benefits that come with it and the tools that we get, I was just more efficient. I didn't have like the nitty gritty things that used to bother me or cloud my mind or distract me. And I was just able to get things done faster. And so, I mean, that can benefit anyone, right? That's not just because you're a business owner. And so with that though, I had more time and more space to look at my life and to live my life and to do more with my life. And I remember like, okay, so if that's the Empower Thyself class, well, what else can I do? What else is there? How good can this get? But I wanted to share also a story that is also business related, but it's actually my husband's story. And so we were managing a building that was probably built in the 1980s. And back then, there wasn't, they didn't have like heating air conditioning units. It was like baseboard heater and air conditioner in the window. And so as tenants would leave, we would, remodel, and we would put in like a unit, a heating air conditioning unit. And so we have an acquaintance worker, he does this HVAC job as a living, and he would normally come in and my husband would help him out, and they would get all the duct work in, and they'd do all the grunt work and the construction part of it. And then towards the last day, they would put in the HVAC unit, hook it all up, turn it on. And it just seemed to be that this always happened during the summer. And so they would be sweating for those, 3-4 days. And then they'd get it all done, turn it on, the air would blow at them, and they'd be like, oh. So then the one time after my husband did Empower Thyself and got initiated, That very next day, on the Monday, they were starting a job. And he's sitting there and he's like, Mike, why don't we put up the unit, hook that part up, get that done first, and have the air conditioning blowing at us while we do all the construction and the sweaty grunt work. And Mike, I know, and Mike, who has been doing this job for 30 years or more, he's like, that's a good idea. And so I sat back after hearing this story, because, you know, he told me afterwards, and I'm like, okay, so not only is it like he received the 10 times more light, you know, it had that maybe, you know, less chitter chatter in his brain, or I really think it's how, you know, our energy system starts to flow in accordance to nature, the universe, and God, as opposed to the other way. And I thought, oh my goodness, like it. And so it's like, no matter what aspect of business or life that you look at, having the initiation behind you and having the tools just makes things so much easier.
I 100% agree, because I ran a business before receiving the life activation initiation, before walking the path. And I've run a business since, and I can tell you it's chalk and cheese. I mean, it really is so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. And for the reasons you're saying, you have more capacity, more room, you can think more clearly, you make better decisions. It's like boom, 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 boom. And you know, you don't seem to get so stressed about things, which I found as well.
Yeah. And even just the time and the space you have to make better decisions. And on a very like practical level, I was able to like just run the household a bit better, like perhaps buy better quality food, or I can't even give you too many specifics, but then I'm healthier, the family's healthier. And, you know, there's just so many benefits that you don't realize. And you may never realize, you just keep going forward and you might be, you know, but I remember specifically thinking, wow, this is great.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so obviously you're still walking the path, and what would you say, you know, because some people could stop, I guess, at Empower Thyself and still have all of those benefits for sure. I mean, amazing. So what is it that keeps you walking that path and keep going?
Again, still at first, after Empower Thyself, it was my own curiosity, my own healing that needed to happen. And so it was very, you know, I was very focused on myself, knowing that there is a ripple effect for my family and for humanity. And so I would say that I continue to walk the path because I want to be in service to humanity so that they can receive these benefits too, of course. And so the world can change and be a better place. Imagine if, oh my goodness, imagine if our government was all initiated, how much more effective things would be, and other, you know, other things as well. Like if they could have that flow of energy, just anyways. So that's one reason. But when it comes to my family, I think one of the biggest reasons or priorities is in Empower Thyself and all the training that I've learned so far, have been to so far, there is something that I never knew before, the human potential. And, you know, when we find out where we came from, where we're going, and how important our life is here as humans and what our potential is, I want to do everything possible for my children and grandchildren to support them to be able to live their full potential. And just to know like how much of a miracle it is. Like when I had my grandchildren, my oldest grandchild's 4, the other one just came 6 weeks ago. And, you know, when you hold them and you're just like, oh my goodness, what a miracle this is. And so, sorry, I just got a little emotional there. Yeah. But why do I keep, I just know that when I continue the path and I heal, and it heals within my family, it heals within my friend and community group, and it heals, the ripple effect just goes around the world. So that's what I can do, and I'm going to do it.
Well, I don't think we could have said it any better, Jeannie. And you know, if people want to contact you, whereabouts are you based? If people want to get in touch with you.
So I'm in Canada. I'm in a town north of Toronto, Newmarket. Although I do serve that sort of whole area. Yeah. And I on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I have a website, all that kind of stuff.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And, you know, if you're out there and you're like Jeannie, who wants to do more for their, you know, their business, their family, then, you know, get in touch. Thank you so much, Jeannie. I think you might have frozen. I'm not sure, but thank you so much for sharing. And thank you so much for everyone tuning in.